How's it digging, my shovels? This is Spade here, and today got a really used tier battle for you against Revenge Boys. And I'm feeling a bit under the weather, but figured I could still post you one quick RU match for this otherwise so fine Sunday and for this weekend. And yeah, on the other news, the new Mewtwo thingy MacBower has been confirmed to be indeed a new form of Mewtwo as opposed to something like Mewtwo 3. But anyways, we got the team preview here, and Alligator is probably the biggest problem. Depending on what its coverage is, can my regenerator core take it on? And speaking of regenerators, he's got the same core that I have, Among Us and Slowking, and breaking that apart might be a problem, so I'll need to find a way to play around that. But I decided to leave with Nidoqueen to hopefully set up my rocks, and I could also hit anything on his team relatively hard, but he does lead with the Among Us. Ice Beam is not going to be a one-hit KO, and I know he's just going to go for the Spore, so I'm going to go into my Spiritomb as Sleep Fodder because I'm running the Sleep Talk set, and then I'm going to go into my Hariyama. I was kind of hoping that he would double Spore as in Stun Spore, because that's the double Spore set, but he doesn't. He switches out into his Rotom, and that still works out nicely because I can still fire off a close combat knowing that I can live any one hit from him. And so, he's going to go back into his Among Us, and this Hariyama is indeed packing the Ice Punch. So I'm just going to go it on this following turn. After the damage from the close combat, I was pretty sure I could take him out. Even though Ice Punch is kind of weak, but it is a super effective Guts boosted attack, and it does actually take him out. That was rather surprising, but then again, it is the power of Hariyama, and I believed in Hariyama, and it was able to get the KO, so that's nice. But now he's going to go back into Rotom, and most likely going to take advantage of my special defense drop, and this is a lovely situation for him to go for the Volt Switch, so I know that. I'm going to go back into Nidoqueen to be completely immune to that, and then I'm going to get my opportunity to set up my Stealth Rocks as he switches out into his Slowking. And I'm just going to go into my own Slowking, so we got some Slowking on Slowking action here. And yeah, knowing that I can just take his dual stab moves, obviously, because I'm a Slowking, and then I can bait the Toxic and then go into Among Us. So that is the game plan, and it works out beautifully. Get my free switch into Among Us, and the fact that he's running Toxic means that he's running the most likely the same defensive set as I am, so there's no way his Psychic is going to be a one-hit KO on my Among Us. That means that I can go for the Spore, put him to sleep, go for the Giga Drain on the following turn, and get some good amount of health back, and hopefully get a 2-hit KO. And yeah, the Giga Drain, it does do like about half. And after the leftovers, he's back to just a tad bit over half. And I just decided to go for the 2-hit KO. Hopefully I'll get it off. And luckily he doesn't get the first turn awake or anything. And yeah, I indeed do get the 2-hit KO. Luckily I don't get any min-max damage shenanigans, and I'm able to take out the Slowking, so now his regenerator core is gone, which is excellent. And now he's going to be going into his Rotom Cut once again, and I know I can take one hit in power because that's the worst thing he can do, HP Ice or Fire. So I decided to stay in and just take him out, and unfortunately he does bring me down to a range where Life Orb will knock me out, but yeah, it is a double knockout, so it's not too bad. I'm not really sure whether that thing was Scarfed or not, Scarf or Specs, but taking out Rotom Card is really nice, I must say. So yeah, after the double knockout, gonna go into Hariyama just to fake out anything on his team and just go from there. And he's gonna go into his Medicham, so Fake Out does do a nice chunk of chip damage on him, and I'm just gonna go into Slowking, resisting his dual stab, taking the obvious Psycho Cut, and then I decided to go for the Toxic, because I was kind of thinking he may want to go into his Feraligatr, but he actually doesn't want to risk that, because if he wants to have any shot at this point, he's going to need his Feraligatr for sure. So he's actually going to go into Steelix, I guess, kind of as a death fodder, because there is nothing Steelix can do to a Slowking. So I'm just going to be going for the Scald right here, and I do end up getting the burn, but that doesn't really matter at this point, especially since he's just gonna be roaring me out, and he actually faces me out into Nidoqueen, and he has really nothing on his team to take Earth Power at this point, so he's just gonna be sacking his Steelix at this point just to get a safe switch into anything that he wants. So yeah, just gonna go for the Earth Power, easily knock him out from that range, and yeah, down goes the Steelix, and then he's gonna be going into his Feraligatr, And at this point, the only thing that worries me is that if he gets the free Dragon Dance, and that is what I didn't want, so I decided to stay in. I wouldn't really mind losing my Nidoqueen at this point, but it's just that if he gets the free boost, that's bad. So I decided to stay in, because, yeah, on top of that, you know, Feraligatrs are always setting up. So I went for the T-Bolt, it pays off, he tried to go for the Dragon Dance, and just gonna knock him out, and now he's gonna be going into his Medicham, and I'm just gonna go into my Spiritomb to take his Dual Stab, and there's nothing he can do to a Spiritomb, because he was most likely choiced, Banded or Scarfed, so he's just gonna run, and that will be the game. So yeah, a bit of a shorter match for today, but yeah, like I said, I'm not really in a mood to narrate, because I'm kinda, yeah, like I said, under the weather, but I'll try to get some better matches next week when I'm feeling better, and I got some good matches backed up, but I kind of want to save them for the time when I'm actually feeling like super enthusiastic and stuff. But yeah, on the other news, as I mentioned at the beginning, it has been confirmed that the new Mewtwo Thingy McPower is indeed a new form of Mewtwo, and that's kind of interesting because you know, originally in the first place when those movie posters leaked with the new Mewtwo form, people were like, yeah, that's definitely a new Mewtwo form, as opposed to something like Mew 3. Because, yeah, it looked like Mewtwo, but it was just a tad bit different, so obviously it's a new form. But then the Pokemon Company released their mysterious announcement that this is a new Pokemon with a familiar look, not the other way around. So people were like, it's not a new form, it's a whole new Pokemon, because they say it's a new Pokemon. But it was just misinformed to people because, I don't know, Pokemon Company apparently likes doing that. I don't know how it went back when the Rotom forms were released. People really thought, are they new Pokemon? How can these be new Pokemon? Because, yeah, obviously it's not a new generation. It's just a new upgraded game. The Pokemon Platinum when the Rotom forms were released. I don't remember how the freaking promotion went with that, but people were really confused with that, and people were confused right now. But yeah, they said it's gonna be a new Pokemon, but then it turns out, hey, this new Pokemon isn't a new Pokemon because it is indeed a new form of Mewtwo. So that's like, okay, awesome. But anyways, enough of rambling for today. So thank you for watching. Leave your comments what you think about this whole Mewtwo shenanigans, having a new form and stuff, and we'll have some fun in the comment section below. And yeah, I will see you guys next week with more battles. Most likely going to be uploading a bit less because still not kind of feeling up to as good as I usually do. But I'll just try to get better, and then we'll get the ball rolling again. So yeah, until next time, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace.